My passion is anything that moves. My nickname is Speed, and I have a need for speed. Before I got heavy into the airplanes here, I was heavy into cars. I normally entered at least 5 different races in 5 different classes. And in the wide open class, which was run what you brung and you better bring enough, I was sort of the guy to beat. So my passion is anything that sort of moves. This is very challenging because most of the guys I hang around with are much younger than I am. And they've been doing this for 20 years or more. And their brains are more susceptible to learning stuff and keeping it in memory. Because you can't think about what your fingers are doing each time. You gotta just sort of muscle memory it. And so they'll do more active things. They'll do slow rolls much closer to the ground. When I try to do it, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. I used to have a real airplane. We've owned a couple of those. And I also like to do it at home. With the simulators I have, I can connect. If somebody else has one, we can race on the internet. I don't sit around watching television a whole lot. I gotta be doing something. I almost never smiled before because I was missing so many teeth, but I did basically the same things, but I had issues. There was always something going wrong. I think it's phenomenal. And the place that did them, they're friendly people, they're knowledgeable people. I mean, everything about it is a win-win situation. I was able to talk my wife into getting them done. I did it first on the top because there was about 3 of them up on top that had issues. And we talked about doing the bottom, but good percentage of them, other than missing some of them on the bottom, were still doing okay. And then one of them on the bottom started going haywire. And then I said, well, then I'm not gonna have any place to eat. And so I went ahead and did it. If I'd had a brain in my head, I would have done top and bottom at the same time. And then I'd have been all through with this process. They question my sanity as far as doing this at my age. I'm 79, and how much time do you have left? I thought it was necessary. I can eat now, and in another couple of weeks I'll have the real ones and I can go back to eating jerky and nuts. Years ago, with about a 1-inch bar, I hit myself in the head, tightening down on a winch, and it cracked the eye socket and broke off 7 teeth. I guess I got knocked out and I was on the ground, but other trucks were trying to come in and get loaded and stuff. And it'd take a year or 2 and then another one would go bad, and then another year or so another one would go bad. So I was missing quite a number of teeth. So they didn't have to work as hard to get mine going. When you go through this, the not being able to eat is quite a thing. I mean, you don't realize what you're gonna miss. I would chew on either jerky or nuts, especially nuts at night. So I'm really looking forward to my bulletproof teeth. When I got my top ones done, and you guys scared me about eating this and that, and so I had soup and I had this and that and stuff, I lost, I think it was 18 pounds. But then after a while, I figured out how to get around this whole thing. We'd go have Mexican food, which I really like, and I'd cut it all up. Couldn't chew on anything, but I could inhale it. And so when she got hers, I said, okay, don't worry about it. You can eat pretty much anything you want other than a steak or something, which we very seldom have. And I taught her, so she didn't lose any weight because I told her how to get by, with the whole thing. And now it's really strange because I found out you do not have any feeling as far as what you're biting onto. And so it's really weird. Yeah, I'm happy. We get neat comments. How white, and I picked the whitest ones I could get, but they stand out. And there's lots of people that comment, man, your teeth are really pretty, they're nice. Yeah, so I love them. I think it's really neat.